Hey guys, so today before we read our book, we're going to be talking about informational text features. So we're going to be talking about these text features, table of contents, which we've already heard about, headers, labels, bold print, and photographs. And so we're going to be talking about what does it do and what does it look like. So we're going to start with table of contents. So table of contents is the map of the book. So it tells you the name of the section or chapter, and what page to find them on. And so what it looks like is, this is a page in the book. And it will say table of contents. And then it'll have a list. So if we're talking about, say, habitats, we can say Arctic. And it might say it starts on page 1. And then maybe the desert. Maybe it starts on page 5. So that's how you can find what section of the book you're looking for. And next we have the headers. So we have headers in our story, but we're going to talk a little bit about them before we go and look at them again. I know we've talked about them once before, but I just want to refresh your memory about what headers are. So headers are the names of the section or the chapter, and it gives a preview of what that section is about. And I'm running out of room, so I'm going to write it really small. There we go. So it tells us about what the section is going to be about. So if you're looking at a page in a book, there might be a picture at the top. And then maybe we're talking about the forest. And then there's going to be some words down there. And what the header is going to be is this part right here where it says forest, because that is what the section is about. So that right there is the header. And we'll be able to look at that again whenever we read this book one more time. And so our next section, our next text feature we're going to talk about today is labels. Now we're all so familiar with labels because we label our pictures, and we have seen labels in books before, but labels tell you the name of an illustration or photograph. So tells us the name of an illustration, so a picture, an illustration, or a photograph. So again, if you are, let's say, reading a book that has a picture in it, And the picture might have a tree and maybe a waterfall. We'll say that's a waterfall. I know it's green. And so we're going to label tree, and that is a label. I know you all know what labels are. I just wanted to give you a refresher just in case you needed some help with that. Now we're talking about this thing. It's called bold print. That's our next text feature. And bold print are words that they stick out to you whenever you're reading. And the author does this because they are important words for you to know. So they are important words you need to know. And instead of writing in orange for my example of what it looks like, I'm going to write in my black pen. So if we were talking about the forest, so we would say the forest has many trees. Now, while this is true, the author might boldface the word forest. So it just looks like the writing is a little bit thicker than everything else. So you see how it sticks out more. So the forest, you're like, okay, forest. Forest is a good word for me to know because it is bold-faced. It is in bold print. And we'll see that also in our book today, and I'll point it out to you whenever I'm reading it again. And then our last text feature is photographs. So not all books have illustrations that were done by the illustrator. Sometimes they're photographs that are taken by camera. So these are taken by camera. So they're pictures. So they're not an illustration. So instead of putting an example down here for right now, I'm going to show you an example in a book. And I'm also going to show you an example of the table of contents in this book since we don't have it in our book that we're talking about today. So first, here is the table of contents, and see how it has the page numbers, and it also has the names of what you can find. So let's say we wanted to look at the eggs hatch in a butterfly. So we're going to go to page 16. And I go down, 22, I've gone too far, 16, the eggs hatch. So I could find it perfectly, very easily by using the table of contents. Now, the photographs that I'm talking about are all of these pictures in here. They're taken with a camera, they're live, they're not drawings, they're not illustrations, okay? So that is what a photograph is. I know you know what a photograph is, but I'm just reminding you that in informational texts, there are more than likely going to be photographs instead of illustrations. Alright, so keep these in mind while we are reading our book for today, okay?